Thank you for coming in and watching. This reading is going to be a springtime reading. What is starting to take shape? What's starting to form for the collective on your journey? What the heck? Oh no. Okay. Anyways, that might be a little bright, to be honest. Let me see. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what is the topic of the day. What are we going to be talking about? I'm going to choose to use the Witch's Wisdom Oracle just to kind of start out. Let's see if these do reversals. No, they don't do reversals. Okay. Spirit, please guide and direct me right now for the collective group. It's spring. We feel changes happening. We see changes in our lives. We see it in the world. We know something is forming. That's just nature. But what's forming in our lives individually? What's happening? What is the main area of focus? All right, so what's changing in our lives, guys? Bottom of the deck is Shaman. Wait, Shah? No, it's not Shah. Sa-Mehan. I don't know how to say that. Sa-Mehan. But it's the element of fall. It's the word for fall, probably. And it does represent death. Okay, so this is the ending. So what are we seeing right now in the springtime during this transition? We're seeing a lot of things die and end. Things you're just going to be finished with and close the chapter, close the book, just done with it. Things that may have went crazy around Halloween time, perhaps. And the card that comes out for you right now is Remembrance. This is the ancestors. I'm so sorry, guys, with my voice. It's annoying. I may not be able to do a really long reading today. All right, so Spirit wants us to focus on our dead ancestors, okay? And sometimes that could be your mom, it could be your dad, it could be grandparents, it could be romantic partners that you've been connected to as a soulmate or a twin flame, and they lost their dad or their mom or, you know, someone important to them. You know, it doesn't always have to be your direct ancestors, but maybe someone you're deeply connected to, you connecting to their ancestors. It's quite possibly. Thank you, Elizabeth. Okay, let's get a tarot card to go with ancestors and death. Spirit, show me ancestors. Okay, so ancestors is the karma. Okay, like attracts like. We get what we give. Okay. This is more of the paying off of debt and the paying off of karma. And so what do you see forming is good news. Help. Help from your ancestors. Support from your ancestors. Finishing karmic ties. Family curses. Things that have been stuck in your family for generations. Could be alcoholism. Could be smoking. Could be divorce. Could be abandonment. Could be abuse. It could be any of those dark things. You guys are closing out that karmic cycle. You're not letting it continue after you. So your ancestors are really thankful that you're stepping in and helping. Okay, so that's a good news. And in other news, it may also be getting your gifts. You may be realizing you have a lot more psychic ability than you thought you used to have. That's a gift. These are all gifts from your ancestors. The ability to see the future, obviously, psychic powers, psychic abilities, premonition, things like that. So yeah, you guys kind of start to see your connection with your passed on relatives really starting to take shape and take form this springtime. Let's go ahead and read what the ancestors have to say. So this is about remembrance, ancestors of blood and bone from earth. You have to spirit flown. Ancestral lines now heal at last and break free from chains of the past. The magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be, there it is done. In the Witch's Wisdom Oracle, the obstacles that maybe you've been experiencing are connected to the past. You're holding on way too tightly. Now is the right time to finally let go, remembering those who have walked before you and understanding their ways to help you release any hurts and any pain. Healing ancestral lines will enable you to break free and step into freedom, which is what your soul really yearns to do. Remembering this and honoring your ancestors for those who lived their lives trusting and recognizing and interacting with the spirits of the land, of the living. Recognizing the true old ways of the old days when nature was respected and the natural balance of all things. Sorry, guys. The natural balance of all things was ensured. Remember, too, who you are and where you have come from. And honor yourself for never giving up as you walk in the footsteps of your ancestors. The witch's foresight in this oracle says, you have a very strong ancestral lineage. Never forget who's played a big part in your life. Please light a candle in remembrance of the ancestors, because someone from your past is going to turn up. You are watched over by a deceased loved one. Resolve a past life issue. The revealing message is you and the dreams and visions that you've had about the ancestors of old are showing up to you now. You are the future of what they worked towards. The memory of your ancestors will never die if you hold their legacy alive within your birthright and heal ancestral lineage that we are responsible for. Discover and learn who you have come from and be proud to carry their name. It's very interesting. You guys may be doing a lot of research lately about DNA. And maybe you want to go ahead and start opening up an account with, what is it, the ancestors.com or something like that? Oh, ancestry.com. And, there's that 23andMe. So there's a lot of different websites, that maybe you're thinking about getting into and looking into your DNA, looking into your ancestors. And I think now's a really good time to honor them, and light candles. It's funny they have Halloween because, in Mexico, we have the Day of the Dead, and it actually happens on Halloween. So isn't that interesting that they ancestrally honor the dead on the Day of the Dead, which is that day? And so I feel like that message really comes in to say, yes, set up an altar, put pictures of your ancestors on the altar, light candles. This is something that you can do to feel more psychic, to feel more empowered. Put some amethyst up there. Really good ancestral stones are very old looking, so you'll find a lot of bloodstones, shaman stones. I think amethyst connects to the ancestors as well, in my opinion. But there's a lot of, really good stones that you can get that will make you feel comfortable having it on your altar, trying to connect with your ancestors. So maybe this is coming up because springtime is showing you, hey, let's look in the past. Not about old loves or old flames or old lessons, but look into the past about who you are. All right, so that's coming up for you guys. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm trying to hang in there. I had tea. I've taken my medicine. I'm doing everything I can. All right, so we're going to read the Death card. I do like how they both came together, though. Okay. So, death through the veil, whilst very thin, this very night, protected, placed, no need to fright. Crone welcomes you, and all you bring. Wisdom awaits, now look within. This magic is worked with harm to none, so mote to be. There, it is done. With the witch's wisdom, maybe you've been avoiding a death of something. You've been avoiding letting something go and just really letting it completely die. Change is afoot, and you have been desperately maybe clinging to your old life or your old self, or all of which you know too well for fear of losing your identity. You must understand that to die to the old will escalate you to where you truly need to be. This is a time to let go and surrender and accept that death is really never final. It is simply a portal to rebirthing into the next and glorious stage of a cycle called life. Death appears before you now in the form of Samahan, a time of connection and reflection to those who have left this world for the other, and to look where you have journeyed from and to during the wheel of the year. The goddess in her triple form has become the crone, and you are invited to draw on her wisdom from deep within you as she cradles you during the dark months to come. She will protect you and guide you through this period of the dark night and of the soul, and you will emerge wiser and more powerful than you ever have been. This is about letting go of old patterns, behaviors, taking a risk because fear is preventing you from freedom. Embrace your croning years and step into your wisdom. A death may be changing your outlook. The Saman revealed. The festival of the dead is when you honor your ancestors. The veil between worlds of the dead and the living is the thinnest at this time. We celebrate death as a part of life as we journey into the dark night of the soul. This is the time to burn in the cauldron of Saradwin, our paper of regrets, embracing the dying of the old self and transforming into the next incarnation of the self in this life. All right. So that's what we're talking about as we get into your reading. Okay, the karmic payback for ancestral lines, your ancient family history, And in a nutshell, things that feel ancient in your life. It's time to let some of these old habits die. It's time for you to do something new with yourself. It's time for you to give some attention to your ancestors and pay attention to things that need to be let go of. It's time to take action. Charge forward bravely towards the plans and ideas that you know you're plotting right now about the new you. In regards to your heart and love, ooh, we have the Lover's card in reverse with a bonus card, Death, in reverse. There's a lover that you are separated from, okay? And this very well could have some very strong Scorpio vibes. We have Virgo, Libra, Gemini, and Scorpio. Scorpio makes sense with the oracles, okay? But you and this person are definitely over at this time. And with the Death in reverse, I feel like it's not completely dead and gone. I feel like there is a section, a part, a history that you can never get back, but the transformation is coming. Sometimes this represents you being unable to face the changes between you and a soulmate. Right now, you might be forcing old beliefs, old habits, old circumstances when dealing with your soulmate or twin flame. You might be attacking the surface of your issues without dealing with the heart of the problem. It's time for you to let that go. Now, the heart of your problem with your ancestors, excuse me, I don't know why I said that, medicine. The heart of your problem with your soulmate or lover is going to have something to do with your ancestors. I want you to think back and think how many of your relatives have been in the same situation as you in love. So I want you to think about that. If you're not aware of your ancestors, that could present a problem. Some ideas that are coming to my mind are this. What if in your ancestry line, there's some form of abandonment? Let's say your great-grandma was abandoned by her mom and raised by her grandparents, or maybe, a dad. And let's say she had a very difficult marriage, and she stayed married to your great-grandpa, but your great-grandpa had an affair with another person and had another child. So already your ancestors are showing that there is affairs, there is abandonment. And even though he may not have left your great-grandma and her children, your grandparents, that person may have abandoned another child. And let's say it trickles down and it happened once again down the family tree. That would be kind of an ancestral kind of curse. And it's like, okay, so it's happened in the great-grandparents and the grandparents and maybe even before them, great-great-great-grandparents. There's been a form of, something like that. And let's say today in your relationships, you're dealing with the same kind of situations. Not exactly the same, like, oh yeah, my situation is identical to my ancestor. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it has an element of affair or an element of abandonment. And that's just an example. Maybe your ancestors are carrying a different kind of curse. Maybe your ancestors are carrying a curse of alcoholism. You know, obviously that's pretty obvious how that trickles down. Maybe your ancestors are carrying a curse of incest. Maybe your ancestors are carrying a curse of drugs. Maybe your ancestors are carrying a curse of poverty. You might not want to think poverty is a curse, but boy, it can certainly rack its hell on a line, on a family line, because people will always live in a lack mentality because their ancestors were very poor and suffered greatly. And you may find that in your life, maybe you're suffering greatly from poverty. Another example for ancestors, and I hate to bring up touchy subjects, but I think we should bring it up. Slavery. Excuse me. How could a family curse of slavery affect you today? You probably are wondering. Well, do you ever feel like you're a slave to your job? A slave to money? A slave to work with very little pay? That could be an ancestral curse, where you feel like you work and you work your body to the bone, but you just don't bring back enough. And that may be an ancestral curse. It's very weird how the DNA actually transmutes and passes down information. It's very weird, but if you do studies on DNA, and I know I have lately because we're teaching that in high school with my kids, is DNA right now lately. And we found a really weird story. And there was this guy who had his finger cut off. And he had like a little nub of a finger. And anyways, when he had a daughter, when she was born, her finger came out short. The same finger. And she never had anything cut off. It was just a very short, weird finger. And it was so weird how that happened to her. She was like, this is so weird. My dad wasn't born that way, but it's just weird that this happened to me. Well, the body remembers. You may not remember anything about your ancestors, but your body remembers. It's so weird. And things that your parents may have been addicted to, believe me, it will trickle down, because when they created you, when they made you, that energy was inside of them. It was a part of their DNA. We are electric beings. We carry currents. And if we are in a current vibration, when we get pregnant, believe me, we can pass that down. So you might be breaking family curses of depression, abuse, neglect, abandonment, sadness. And it trickles down. Even if it's not your mom, it may be your great-grandma that it started trickling down with. Racism, hate. I know we like to think that we're taught that, and of course we are, but sometimes it's just inside of you. It's just in there because it's in your DNA. It's just stuck in there, and you have to get rid of it. And believe me, I see a lot of racism from darker complected people. They have an innate, it's like built inside of them. Not all of, people like that, but they just have this innate sense of, I don't like, or I don't feel comfortable around lighter skinned people. Even if it's of their own culture, they just have this thing in them that makes them feel a certain kind of way. And I think that's an ancestral thing that is stuck in their DNA. And in order to heal these wounds, we really do have to go into our ancestors and be like, hey, I know you were going through some shit. I don't want to carry that anymore. I don't want to pass it down in my DNA, but more than anything, I don't want to live those fears, and I don't want to have those issues. A lot of doctors think that some people may have a fear of heights or water, even based on not a past life, but an ancestor that died that way. So it's very weird. You might have had an ancestor that died, you know, in a shipwreck. You might have had an ancestor die, you know, from a plane crash. You don't know. And you have this weird fear. And it's very strong. And you're like, what is this? Maybe you're extremely scared of fire. You know, you might have had an ancestor that died that way. Or small places and claustrophobia. Might have had an ancestor die that way. You know, there's all kinds of weird things. And just torture, abuse, thoughts, habits, you know. Think about the plethora and the myriad of situations for everybody here watching that it trickled down to you. And it makes you feel a certain kind of way. And, you know, from abandonment, abuse, racism, fear, phobias, poverty, all kinds of things. These are things to pay attention to. It's not just your wild mind, you know. It's not just bad luck, okay? It's not just your karma. Sometimes this has to do with the karma from your ancestors. You know what, Steph? Just remember, like as children or babies, how do we know certain animals are dangerous? And we don't mess with them because we remember. Ooh, I love that point. Thank you so much, Bon Bon. That's a good point. How things travel in our DNA. It's just so weird. And it's also very spiritual. There's a very weird story about monkeys on an island, and they're just used for research. I think it's called Monkey Island, to be honest. I don't know. But they're like kind of baboon-looking monkeys. I don't know. But they live completely separated from their other tribe of monkeys. Like, how do I say this? Like, they removed them from their natural habitat and they put them on this other island. So they weren't naturally from there, is what I'm trying to say. I just don't know how to find the words today. But they're not naturally from the island. They were put there for research, I think in the 90s. Anyways, it's a very small little island. They feed them and stuff like that. They're fine. But anyways, their actual group that lives somewhere else would be taught something by humans. And in this example, it was how to open an abalone shell of like a clam. How to open it, okay? And they had given them these abalones, and they didn't know what to do with it. They were banging it. They were like clapping it together. They didn't know what to do with it. So the group of people showed from a different group of monkeys a tool. They got a stick and they showed them how to put it in there and pry it open. The other monkeys never were taught that. Very interesting. They were not shown how to do that. But the other group was shown by trainers. Do you know within a week, a very short time span, the monkeys on the island who were not taught and not around any of the other groups of monkeys, damn it, they started opening those shells with the same freaking method, using the sticks. And they tried other examples. This was just one of them. But I was like, damn, that is just weird. That is just crazy. You know, you think you have to be taught something to learn it, or you have to see it, hear about it, read about it, whatever. You can't just know it. No, they knew it without being taught, because their connection to the other group of monkeys, it was, and scientists know it was because of the connection. There is a spiritual connection, not just the DNA connection. Now, the DNA will train us and help us remember, like they said, like Bon Bon said, about fears of animals, natural instincts, survival stuff. We'll know that just by our ancestors and what travels in our DNA. We'll know how to do things just by kind of knowing it. But there are other weird things like that. And I feel like there's a spiritual communication even with animals, a psychic knowing, a vision, a knowing. It's really just a knowing. We have that too. And when one thing happens to a group of our people, even if we're not growing up, living around or near our people, we'll feel it, we'll know it. It's almost like a psychic trip. We can put ourselves where they're at. We can understand. We can feel. It's just a psychic knowing. So we share this beautiful connection with our ancestors and our people. And it's important to remember that. Now, if, like a lot of us, we have a mix, a plethora, a little cauldron of everything in the DNA, if you guys are mutts like me, you're probably going to connect with a lot of different ancestors. And that shit just happens, and it's okay. If you feel connected to multiple types of ancestors, I want you to connect to all of them, okay? Because it's something for you. It traveled in your DNA, it's there with you, and you're still connected to your people, even though you're not, you didn't grow up like that, okay? I don't care if you have 5 different ancestral lines or, 10, I don't know if 10's possible. Probably is nowadays, but usually when people do like a DNA from Ancestry.com, it's usually like 5 or less. They don't really have a major list of family members. So it's usually a small group. Like you'll see Asian, or you'll see Native American, or you'll see African, or you'll see, Pacific Islander. You'll see general. And it's usually 5 or less, but you'll see a general idea of your ancestors and what a majority of your ancestors are. They actually said very few people have even sections. Like it's very rare to have like 25% and 25% and 25%. Like to have an even distribution of DNA is kind of rare. If you guys get to that, that's pretty wishy when you're mixed, because generally you're about 60% or more of one thing. That's just how it works. Ancestors. Comes to love, your love life, as far as marriage and romance, is affected by an ancestral karma. And that's what the cards are showing. Let's go ahead and see this relationship that you have not really been able to let go of because of these ancestral curses. Let's see what's going on with your love. Check it out. Judgment card. Isn't that cool? Totally ancestors. Again, the dead coming back to life. The past repeats itself. This is the awakening. And again, these are, a family in coffins being woken up by Gabriel. You know what grinds my gears? The fucker who made these cards, in their description in the book, I'm sorry, it gets under my skin so much. Anyways, he said this was Archangel Michael. And I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Please, if you guys ever read these books, whoever fucking made this guy, Los Gabriel, obviously he does not have a history in theology or an education in angels. Like, I don't know what the fuck. But guys, this is not motherfucking Archangel Michael, okay? Don't ever act like an asshole and say that. Gabriel is the archangel with the horn, okay? He is the one that has the music, and he is the one that alerts the world of the second coming of Christ. It's biblical. I'm not talking out of my ass. But he alerts the world of the second coming. All right? So Gabriel is the one that blows his trumpet to alert and call on the horsemen. Okay? So he is the one that awakens and gives the alert. He rises the dead. It's not fucking Michael. The fuck? Who the fuck wrote this shit? I'm like, did you read the Bible? Anyways, Michael is the head of the archangels. He is the general. He's the leader of God's army. So Michael is the fighter, and he carries the sword. Michael is the archangel that fought Satan, okay? He came down to earth to fight Satan for God and cast him down to the pits, all right? So Michael is the warrior, the fighter, not the motherfucking horn blower. So listen, listen, Los Scabaro, you need to like read the Bible. That's all I have to say. Anyways, I'm sorry. It just grinds my gears. I had to like get over that because it just bugs the fuck out of me. Like, what the fuck? I'm sorry. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm just a nitpicker. I'm over it. I'm trying to be over it. Okay. And you know, can I just get that off my chest? Gabriel is the one that enlightens. He is the brains. He is awake. He's the visionary. Okay? The healer of hearts, the healer of souls, the comfort is Raphael. And Raphael is usually depicted with red wings. It's fiery because he transforms people's sadness into love, their fear into hope. And fire element is transformational element. So please read the Bible. That's all I have to say. But Gabriel, Raphael, and Michael were some of the most important angels. The most important angels in God's movement, in Spirit's movement towards the awakening of the people. Uriel was also kind of a fire angel, an archangel. And Uriel was the one that was like representing the third eye, the one that could see through lies, see through anything, just see the future. Uriel was like close to God as far as the intellect and the knowledge and the wisdom. Uriel was about thought, about planning, about strategy, and intelligence, So anyways, it's good to think about the archangels. I'm sorry, I don't know why I brought that up. Maybe archangels are an important thing in your ancestry as you go back and you look into it. But I would look more into those kinds of things. Maybe angels are just coming up a lot for you guys lately, but it's funny because your relationship is getting called out and something from the past is going to rise again. And this card, this Ancestors card did say somebody from your past is returning. And now we have this card. Now this means it's never going to be the same. There is something that died and ended and it will not be the same. It's when you have a rebirth, it should never be the same. It's not a remaking. It's not a reboot. This is a whole new thing. We also have the energy that karmically you're reliving your current relationship the way you had in a past life or a past relationship. And for some of you, maybe both. For some of you, it was past life curses, but it was also the same relationship dynamic that you lived before. So you may have more than one relationship that seems to fit the bill for this ancestral kind of curse. Okay. Anyways, we're going to keep going. Oh, we had a comment here. Yes, Archangel Gabriel, 1 Corinthians, and Theologians 4:16. Thank you, Elizabeth. Yeah, I don't know where these tarot creators get off writing bullshit about angels and leading people astray. I don't know where the fuck they get off on that shit. Just, pulling tricks out of their ass? Just thinking of pretty angels and putting them on a picture and saying, oh yeah, this is what this means. I really don't know about angels, but I'm just going to call this one Michael. That's so redundant. It's so stupid. And I I'm kind of mad at people that get into the esoteric and the occult, and they fuck shit up like that for people. You know, this is a teaching. This is a knowledge. And maybe the ancestors are a little pissed. Oh, JDS Tarot says this too all along. Good. You know, JDS fucking knows his Bible. If you're watching me, John, badass. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay? Good. I just don't like people being taught the ancient. Okay? And getting it wrong. Your ancestors might be pissed off right now. Okay? Eat me. I don't know Christian prayers, but I don't know Jewish prayers either. I only know... Okay, so some other word there. I don't know how to say that. The only thing I remember, and I feel mocked every time for saying it. That's interesting. So you know some shit that you know how to say that I don't even know how to say. It's like you remember from a past life. That's beautiful. All right, let's get some more information. Ooh, 10 of Cups. Okay, we got the Moon. I'm digging that. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups. Digging that shit too. This is all good, actually. Oh, fuck. We had to go get a fucker one. Damn it to hell. Another Archangel. It's not by accident. Temperance. This is not motherfucking Archangel Michael. This is not Archangel Gabriel. Oh, God. I have to just fucking say it again. Like, who knows what the fucking book says? This is Archangel Raphael for the fucking record. Because Archangel Raphael is the healer. But let's go ahead and just see what the fuck this person said temperance was. Let's see if this person even got it right. Just so you know, for the record. Judgment. Yeah. He says, yep. Archangel Michael blows his horn. Completely unbiblical. Anyways, let's go ahead and see temperance. Did this fucker get it right? Nope, this fucker got it wrong. Archangel Gabriel, the messenger angel. What the fuck does a messenger have to do with the healer? Do you think this angel wants to talk? Let's talk. I want to give you some information. Let's have a whole chat. He's going to give you a message. Do you really, I mean, who thought of this shit? Or does this look like the angel messenger? He looks like he wants to talk. He's using his mouth. All right? He is using his mouth, the air in his lungs. Let's talk. Let's fucking rise. Okay? But this fucker this angel right here, he's not. He's not fucking trying to talk. He says, be quiet. I'm busy. I'm healing. He's an alchemist. Can't talk today. Alchemist. They turn elements into gold. All right? So anyways, the bottom of the deck, the underall energy for you guys, and I'm sorry I went there. I'm not a total bitch. It gets under my skin when I know people are like reading the wrong shit. I just want to put that out there. That's all. I'm over it. I'm over it. Maybe for now. Okay? Anyways. When you learn tarot, don't just read the books. Don't just go buy a deck and read the book and learn that way, because you'd be fucking wrong. I'm just letting you know, when you do tarot, you have a lot more to learn than what's in the fucking book. Okay? You need to know a whole bunch of other information. This is ancient wisdom passed down from your ancestors to you. Get it right. Anyways, we have two of the fix-it kind of cards, the cards that speak of the past. We have cards that speak about something coming up again. He is known as the fix-it angel in tarot, all right? The one that transmutes fears into courage, loss into gain, all right? This is the angel that it takes time to reverse a situation and heal a situation, because he is also known as the doctor. But he's coming in to heal it and fix it, not throw it away, not give you a new situation, but heal the situation that you are dealing with, the hardship and the struggle that you're facing. So this is about a deep restorative healing, and you're damn right it takes time. So anyways, in your love life, you've been cursed a lot here by your ancestors and what they've been through and how that's caused you problems in your own relationships. It is time to clear that energy. This is going to come up during springtime. It's going to come up where you can start to heal and transmute your curses, your ancestral line issues, and do it for yourself so you can have a happy family. Because I do think if you trust your intuition, you're going to know that this person that you care about, this soulmate or this twin flame, is going to come back in your life. Now, your relationship, yeah, you've been single. You may have never even been married. This is showing a maiden who was never married. So part of some of you guys may have a curse of being in a relationship but never being married. It's like it goes kind of far, but then it comes crashing down. The Nine of Cups is almost there. You know, the Nine of Pentacles is almost there. It's like you get to enjoy a Ten of Cups before you have the ring. So I feel like there's this energy of either divorce or a lack of marriage. And probably for most of you, it's a lack of marriage. It's just sexual. But for some of you, it may be divorce. Let's get some more information, please, on your relationship with this person. I really want to get over this cold. I'm done with it. It's already annoying me. Spirit, please tell me about this relationship. Give me a message. Thank you. Bottom of the deck, this is all about divinely timed. Somebody's favorite color may also be black. This person might be Saturn ruled. So I'm thinking obviously Capricorn, Aquarius, or even Libra. Okay. This person may have a first house with one of those signs. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Your connection with this person in this relationship, you were a choice, or there was some kind of choice that led to some issues. The next one we have is the number 22. Funny how we're in the year 2022. Now this is, I feel like you might have a number 2 life path, or somebody might have a birthday on the 2nd or the 22nd. I also noticed that 1111 makes 22. So interesting. Now this guy is projecting an image. Okay, and this picture is a woman holding a rose. She's got a letter, and it marks communication. Oh, I am taking elderberry, hun. Thank you so much. And I am taking echinacea as well. I hope it works. I've been taking that. Thank you so much for that advice, though, anyways. But yeah, this person in your relationship is thinking about you. There is some kind of a message that is going to come out. Now, you and this person have a history. Probably a past life. I mean, this looks very past life in my opinion. Let's read this. And I probably wouldn't be coughing as much, guys, if I wasn't talking. But someone's got to talk. A Gemini that doesn't talk, man, that's a sad day. Let me get a drink here. Okay. So in regards to your relationship with this soulmate, this is about reflections. It's about looking back in hindsight It's full of regrets. It's also memories of the past and memories of a past life. A moral being is one who is capable of reflecting on his past actions and their motives, of approving of some and maybe even disapproving of others. Charles Darwin wrote that. So this card number 22, by the way, the page number is 55, is about successes and failures, mistakes and regrets. They all belong in the past, and these are sad things that can't be changed. Some things are so sad you shouldn't dwell upon them too long, and you should really try to move on because they're painful. But both the good and the bad always have some good value. They have contributed to who you are, and these beautiful experiences, although feeling ugly at times, are just lessons that you had to have learned so your future self can be happier and free. The distance of time adds context and perspective to your nostalgic views of your past. I know you miss this person. I know you think about this person. And I know you have regrets between you and them. And I know this person misses you at times. And I know this person looks back on your connection at times. And I know this person has regrets. But I also know this person has joys when thinking of you. In this scene, a man views a selection of images from his past. It's a retro-styled projector, and it's loaded with images of other cards from this deck. As his expression is neutral, it's unclear whether those projected images are evoking fond memories or painful regrets. Probably like any album or catalog of your past, it will be a mixture of both. Do not dwell on the past. There may also be a tendency to overlook details and remember with emotional bias rather than accuracy. Aww. So this is, listen, never have I felt so strong a connection as this one about a past life lover. And it's not cliche, and I'm not just saying it, and it's not just part of another tarot card reading that speaks about past lovers. I don't want to abuse that term. This is real. Your soul was here before. And I don't know who you were or what you did, but I know that some part of you knows that this soulmate that you've come into contact with here lately is someone you have met and known before. And I know that you guys have a history. And I also know that you guys are replaying some kind of ancestral curse. I hope you guys can break it. I'm sorry, guys. What the fuck? Let's get something else here for you. I want to get a message from your person. You know, like just a message from him or her to you about something maybe you should know. Hey there.
You know you promised me that you were going to give me a new Minecraft Steve Lego?
Uh-huh.
When you're done the fall, can we go to Walmart?
I'm not feeling very good for Walmart, baby.
But I want to buy some new toys.
No. You can look around on Amazon and maybe put something in the cart for later. Okay, but we're not going to shop right now. We don't have money for that right now. But you can shop around and put something in the cart. Okay? Just one thing for later. Okay?
But Amazon is bullying.
Well, if you're a good boy and you clean up your toy room, maybe then I'll surprise you with something. I know you don't feel good, but try to clean up your toy room.
I can't.
You promised.
But I can't, Mom. My tummy feels bad.
Okay. Well, I'm working. I'll be out soon. Just close my door, please.
What's the answer?
Okay. All right, Spirit, please guide and direct me of a message from this past life soulmate. Give me a message from this past life soulmate in separation. These are for people who are in separation. Amazon is boring. Well, maybe so, but it's easier than going to the store like this. I'll tell you that. Okay, let's get a message from your person. Okay. Oh, we got 2 messages. Your person wants you to know, 1, I hide behind material things. Your person has a materialistic problem. They think highly of name brand things, name brand watches, name brand clothes. You know, they have some issues. They have an attachment to stuff, all right? This may even be status, you know. Status tends to bring more of the material things. They just put a lot of weight into what you own and what you have versus the spiritual world and feelings, you know. Thank you so much for the super chat, Nell Seller, for the $9.99. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's really cute. The next card that you got from your soulmate that you're in separation with, okay, is I want to be more than friends. Okay? I want to have more than that. Oh, okay. I have something to say about how you met this person and what went down. You guys were friends first. This relationship started as friends, and you met them at work, or you met them at their work, or there was some kind of mutual connection between your jobs and like seeing each other at work or something, but this was a friendship. And you may have just like, oh, you want to meet for lunch, you know, while you're at work? Do you want me to meet you at your job? You know, it started kind of friendly like that during work hours, you know. Maybe you ran into them and met them at their job. Maybe they, you know, they work at a building or a place that you go to frequently. Maybe it's a restaurant. Maybe it's like 24-hour fitness. You know, I don't know. But you might have met this person where they work.
Maybe sometime when you get the money, maybe you can buy me that Minecraft Steve Lego.
Okay.
Because something happened to my Steve. His hair was like getting on his face, and I only see one purple eye.
Okay.
And there's so much clay.
We'll take the clay off.
I tried, but it's looking small.
And go drink your tea.
I am. I'm getting small.
Okay.
He's my fella.
Oh, he's your fella? I don't know, my son gets the cutest words. He's my fella. All right, you take your fella. Where does he get these words? I swear my son is an old soul. He says things like pooch and fella. I don't know where he gets these words. I don't speak like that. That is crazy. And you know something else that Matthew said that was really weird last night? And it was out of the blue. We were getting ready for bed. And I wasn't watching Ancient Aliens or anything like that. But he says as we go to bed, Mom, and funny how we're talking about angels today, which is weird.
I know what this is.
What?
So you were going to say that aliens used to be angels, what I said.
Yeah. So last night Matthew said he thinks that, go potty.
I don't have to.
Yes, you do. You're doing it.
I'm holding this.
Okay. I'm sorry. He said that he thinks aliens used to be angels. Well, obviously we know he's right. But I've never spoke to him about anything like that. I've never let him watch a show, or I've never spoke about aliens or angels in front of him. Yeah, I watch Ancient Aliens a lot, but I've never watched that show with him. Never. It's been years since I really watched that show. But the research, and it's just weird, right? It's just weird how all this is, like, so weird. And then today we're talking about angels. And then we have 2 angel cards. And then Matthew said that last night. You know, Mom, I think aliens used to be angels. It's just so weird. And so anyways, there's got to be some kind of a divine message about angels and you guys being protected and brought together. Because look, I forgot there's an angel even there in this card. Archangel Raphael. They probably have Gabriel in this fucker too. This fucking book. Anyways, sorry I'm annoyed with that. But I just think it's weird. So I just want to say, like, the overall kind of vibe today about your relationship with this person, guys, I really feel like the angels are close to you. Your ancestors were, how do you say, like, in communication with angels. And I know we're all connected to angels, but this is different. This is like not generally. Generally, as in every human on the planet, all souls are connected to angels. That's general. I mean, this specific reading, this specific ancestors were in deep connection with angels. Deep connection. Not just general, but deep. You savvy? All right. So anyways, let's see what you said here. Maybe your baby's picking up on your energy, ancient wisdom, part of the same lineage. Yeah, could be. It's just weird how he came out of nowhere. We were watching Winnie the Pooh before that, and we were laying down for bed, and I was actually watching The Good Doctor. He was laying down with me. He's been sick, so he was just laying down. I was putting cream on his chest. So how is it we're watching The Good Doctor? And he brings up angels. You know, it's almost like when you get sick, you're in better communication with angels. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that. Anyways, guys, your soulmate cares a lot about stuff. And let's just say your soulmate is attached to items that he doesn't want to let go of. She doesn't want to let go of. Be it a car, be it a house, okay? Be it clothing, be it a lifestyle, okay? They're very close to it. They're very attached. Now, another message from your person is, I've always wanted to be more than friends. This soulmate met you and you guys started to be friends. I don't know what happened. I'm so sorry. But you guys went from being friends to being lovers because you were lovers in a past life and you felt a very deep, strong connection. And this person was very sorry and very sad to leave you, to walk away from this connection. Okay, this person was heartbroken. This person didn't want to separate this relationship. But this person felt he had to, or she had to. Look, it's right under the Lovers in reverse. This person left, and most likely for a choice of a third party. Now, what's been going on is this isn't over. It's been very hard to get over. You guys are not over this soulmate. You're not over them by a long shot. And this soulmate, is not over you. So I guess the best words here is it's really not over. This was a very shocking ending to your relationship. And Virgo may be heavily involved. But at the end of the day, this person left to better himself or herself. And I also feel that you bettered yourself too because of this break. Now, at a soul level, your person knew exactly what he was doing. All right? And that's kind of sad because I don't know what really happened to you guys, but I do know this person knew better. Maybe he didn't. Maybe this was all part of your path. Okay? But it's just, it's sad to know that you got hurt and you're struggling. You know, you're suffering. And all along this person knew exactly the whole process. They knew exactly what it was going to do when they left you. They knew exactly what was going to happen. Over here I have, I wish things could be different. Okay, they wish it wasn't like this. And so many things remind your soulmate of you. They're constantly reminded. So that's a message from your soulmate, okay? Spirit, what do you want to say about what's being healed? Because we do have Temperance. What is being healed, please, with the soulmates during this awakening, this bringing up of the past, these lessons learned? We are alchemically turning fear into courage, separation into union, a lack of wisdom into knowledge. We are turning brokenness into wholeness. Okay, so please tell me about the lessons learned from ancestors and the lessons learned from this connection. You guys got freedom. This is the mugwort. Aw, you and your soulmate were breaking your karmic cycles, your ancestral cycles. You guys are actually doing kind of good. You and your soulmate are working together to like tie up old loose ends from a past life. And I'm going to tell you, part of the loose ends that you guys had from a past life is friendship. Maybe you guys are always going to be friends. This person will always want to be more than friends. But I think you're fixing something that was broken from the past. Interesting. So let's read this freedom card. Hey, Sumo. Hi, baby. I love you, Boom Boom. I love you, Boom Boom. Where's that baby? Where's my cute boy? Where's that cute Sumo? Huh? Where's that cute Sumo? Get out of that toilet. Oh God, here comes the horse. Hey, baby. Oh yeah, you're a good boy. Oh yeah, you're a good boy. Okay. I love you. You big hippo. You big little turkey. You're just cute. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. I'm focused now. It's a Gemini thing. I do get distracted. I'm so sorry. Let me focus. Anyways, mugwort. Take a step back and reserve. I can't talk. Obviously, the medicine is fucking with me. I can't talk. Starting that sentence over. Step back and observe. Not reserve. Step back and observe, because you are being given the opportunity, thank God, to find a pathway to the freedom that you desire with the soulmate. Meditation is coming up. Divination and visionary practices are going to help you and your soulmate explore major themes in your life right now. You guys are being reminded to take heed of an intuitive experience that the both of you shared, or a message that the both of you have together that maybe at one time you guys ignored, or maybe you just didn't really understand at the time that it went down. So today is the time to trust what you feel inside with that moon card, and know to really honor your personal truth and take the road to freedom. Remember, what is right for others will not necessarily be right for you. Listen to your own heart. I love that. So, listen to your heart. You guys are going to be dealing with an old situation that is coming up to be resolved. You guys had a situation in October or November. Something went kind of down at that time. Something got unresolved. It may have been this year, may have been last year, the year before, I don't know. But something during the death time frame. Okay, and in the death time frame, that is October or November. All right? And I feel like at that time, I don't know, you guys went through some kind of an ending and some kind of a silent period. It was really fast. This situation may have been hurtful. It certainly separated you guys for a time. You've been working on your career, on money, on abundance, but you never forgot that this was the love of your life. You never forgot that this was your soulmate. They made you very, very happy. You guys never forgot the element of family. There is a very deep element of family between you guys, and I know this is getting fixed. There's something getting fixed. I'm not saying you're going to be with this person for the rest of your life, but I'm saying you guys are going to be free from something that was holding you back. Wow. So we have freedom. Bottom of the deck over here is cleanse. Cleansing and freeing. So you guys are getting rid of some kind of toxic situation with a third party that went down during an October-November period. Excuse me. All right, enough of those little intuitive messages. Let's get into the tarot. Spirit, guide and direct me. I need to hurry up and get this message between soulmates. Guide and direct me. Ancestors, be with me. Help guide and direct me in a message of truth, love, and light. Enlighten me. Show me what I need to know. Okay, the overall underall energy between you guys is injustice. Completely unfair. Wrongdoing. Also Libra energy, very strong element between the both of you. So what is this major injustice? What do you need to know? All right, Spirit, show me about what we need to know about the injustice. What do we need to know about the injustice? The unfairness. Show me what we need to know about this. Show me the injustice. Okay. Bottom of the deck is journey. Wow, this is creepy because in the thumbnail, I actually wrote your journey. Or the journey, rather. I actually wrote the journey for this fucking reading. And it's just weird because I channeled that message at the very beginning of this reading. And now it's coming out. Also something for you to take note of is the number 2. And as you remember, I mentioned 22 in the other oracle. So we are dealing with a number 2 frequency, which is partnership, working together. It's union, and well, in a nutshell, it's marriage. It's blending. It's gathering. It's multiplying. Okay, where there was 1, there is 2. Very much Adam and Eve, and from his rib came Eve. So there is this division, yet union. Okay. Give me another message, please, about the injustice. Okay. Bottom of the deck for the injustice is abundance. I am a limitless being and can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. If this is your message, you are absolutely working on heavy manifestation. All right. Oh, you recommend the Starman from David Bowie? I do have that one. If you want me to pull an oracle from there, I will. I'll grab it. Are you being a good boy? Okay. You be a good boy. Okay. So by special request, A card from the Starman, David Bowie. Y'all know I've got David Bowie's deck because he's my man. I had the biggest crush on David Bowie when I was young. I just love David Bowie. But ever since I was a little girl and he was in the Labyrinth, I had to know everything about David Bowie. Wow. So the other co-author of who made this deck is David D. Angelis. But again, that derives from the word angels. It's just weird how everything's coming into play with angels. Just notice that. Okay. So let's get a card here about your injustice. Spirit, please guide and direct me for the injustice. Show me what's been wrongfully done here with these twins, these soulmates. Bottom of the deck, oh, love the way this smells, is the Empress. I love it. To be honest, this represents children. There may have been an injustice between you guys having children, not being able to have children, or not doing right by children. Okay? That's a big message for someone. Another situation is marriage. This is someone not honoring vows. This is someone cheating, being an adulterer or an adulteress. Because when the Empress comes up, she's married and she has children. This also represents a woman that has had lots of life experience and she wants to give. Cancer vibes, nurture, give, support, grow. So when we're clarifying the injustice of that, there is a wrongdoing. I round up Cancer and look, whoa, what's under there is the Moon card again. There may be some kind of a situation, an injustice between a Libra and a Cancer, okay? And I work a lot with moon signs, so maybe it's the strong moon sign element. Somebody may also have a Venus or a Jupiter in the sign of Libra or Cancer if you resonate with this message. Okay, but the overall underall energy is it's unfair that this situation was supposed to be given birth to, supposed to grow and be committed and give life and give birth, but it didn't happen that way. We're going to get one more card element on the injustice, the unfairness of your situation. What is the injustice and unfairness, please? What is the injustice and the unfairness? Bottom of the deck, I have never ending. There's more to come. Just wait and see. So this is the never ending story. It's been unfair because this has been an ongoing battle. Okay. Oh, Elizabeth, that's so great. Yay. But this has been an ongoing battle. And it's unfair that it's lasted as long as it's lasted. It's unfair that you've had to go through this, and it feels like you're on a around and around and around with the same situation. So it's a never-ending story, and a lot of that is what's been unfair. Okay, so let's go ahead and start revealing the cards. This over here is the masculine area. This over here is the feminine area. We're going to get into what's really going on in your situation. So the other oracles that came out are about choices. Mind versus heart, and feeling torn. Okay, so that's been really unfair. Someone that has options, Seven of Cups. Someone that is so torn, tug of war between their heart and what they think needs to happen. So that's been really unfair, making shitty choices. Underneath that, we have happiness, springtime energy, the little things that count. So it's been unfair that a bunch of little things have just added up lately, and you've missed out on a lot of really happy things because of poor choices. So there's a lot of happiness that's just gone. And a lot of you guys feel really bad because you could have had some really good memories had someone made better choices. And that's what's unjust and unfair about the situation also. Okay. So let's go ahead and start with the masculine. The masculine is very focused on family right now, but more than that, it's about home, work, and property. This could be cars, a house, interior items, money in the bank. This person is taking care of a family and most likely married or engaged. This person is not single and this person is not alone. This person is surrounded by people, most likely family. Okay, so this person might even have multiple dogs, but this person is a busy, busy bee. Earth sign element also coming in, Capricorn most likely, but of course Taurus and Virgo are welcome. Now what's crossing your person? The Queen of Cups. Emotions. A situation has reached an emotional peak. Your person is very emotional. Your person may have some money issues. The masculine. Your person also thinks a lot about looks and how things look to people. Parenting is also very important to this person. So this person may be very busy being a parent or taking care of children in some sense. But your person is also very emotional about the truth. Okay? Your person is like, I have a lot of feelings that I may be bottling up or hiding. About the injusticeness that has gone on between us. I keep myself busy at work. I try not to think about our situation. And by doing that, I just work longer hours or I stay busy with family and friends and events. That helps me not deal with the emotions that are sitting right on top of me. Okay. Sorry guys, this freaking cold. You know, this is about compassion. Also, I have to say, with the Queen of Cups. It's the divine feminine energy. It's about understanding emotions. It's about being a good caretaker. It's about forgiveness and grace. It's about caring for the world. She is the goddess of water. So she is the goddess of love. Excuse me. So who your person might be dealing with, who's crossing this person, which when they mean who's crossing the masculine, they mean who's on the masculine's path. Who is the masculine thinking about? Who is the masculine on this journey with? The Queen of Cups. Again, Cancer vibes. That is possibly you. If you resonate in a divine feminine energy and you have Cancer somewhere in your chart, this may heavily resonate with you. And that your masculine is material world preoccupied and busy with that world, but you're on that person's path for a reason, and this is divinely guided. Oh, I saw a really nice message there. I want to thank you, Steph. I know that you are appreciated so much. Thank you so much for that beautiful message from you, Holly. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, let's see what else is going on with your person. Well, the masculine. Maybe it's you watching me. I don't know. In your masculine's past, we have a Page of Wands in reverse. This is wandering aimlessly. I don't know where I belong. I don't know where I came from. This is detached from their ancestors. This person could have been a military child. This person may have been an immigrant. This person may have also moved away from where they were raised. Okay, but this person has flown the coop. And in the past, this person was kind of wandering aimlessly, not really belonging anywhere, and certainly not really knowing where to go and where they belong. This person feels like they're out of their comfort zone, completely not belonging where they're at. Like they're just feeling out of place, out of step, and this is not even their life. And that's kind of what they've been in their past. What they're dealing with currently right now is Six of Cups in reverse. This is not looking at the past properly. Your person is not looking back, wanting reconciliation. This person is running from reconciliation. This person is not feeling great, Cancer vibes, about the Queen of Cups who's crossing him or her. This person is having a struggle with their emotions. And that's really an emotional situation right now. I mean, it's really coming to a head. Really strongly. This is being selfish. This is refusing. Absolutely, like kicking it in the face, refusing to look at the past in a good light and say, oh, that was beautiful. That was a good moment. What a good memory. What a good time. Nope. Your person does not look at the past in a good light. He or she will not and refuses to acknowledge the good parts of the past. And, you know, to be honest, they let other people right now drain their emotions. This person may just be feeling emotionally drained right now. I mean, he's got the Queen of Cups on his chest, or her chest, feeling pretty emotional right now. And a mother karma is a big deal in this person's life. What does Spirit say about this person? Spirit wants this person to move on from hanging on to a grudge, hanging on to bad thoughts, bad memories of the past. Spirit wants this person to let it go. Pick up what you have and let the past go. And Spirit might even be saying this person just wants to escape the past. I notice a theme, 6-6, which is harmony and balance. And I just heard a police siren or an ambulance. That's an omen. That's something sudden is going to happen in your masculine's life. Something very sudden in which he or she may have to pick up and move away from. Or at least there's going to be a disruption. You know, this is about feeling sad and feeling gloom. You know, you know, when you get the Six of Swords, it's just like, fine, I'll move on, but don't expect me to be happy about it. You know? It's about leaving something behind that you really don't want to leave behind. But it's been so bad, it's been so rocky, it's been such a hard time that you have to just move forward. Because better things lie ahead and we can't stay here anymore. So this is in a nutshell about moving on, leaving a situation. Your masculine, from what Spirit says, is leaving a situation behind. So, This is about emotional depth between the both of you. Thoughts and words are used in the highest aspect. Like this person hangs on every word you say. Once this person leaves the situation behind, there's no going back. And Spirit kind of feels like that's what's wrong with your person. Currently holding a grudge, saying there's no going back. I don't want to deal with that again. I've moved on. We have a runner, ladies and gentlemen. We have a runner. Because in the beginning of this message, the ancestors want you to look back. And they want you to deal with the past. Judgment came out, wants you to deal with the past. Temperance came out and wants you to heal what's been broken. But the masculine situation is, I'm focused on my house and my material things, or my relationship. I never really belonged in this world anyways. I don't really have footing. I don't really have a good foundation. Maybe I don't have a very good family. I don't look back at the past and say, oh, how sweet. I wish I could go back there. No, I look at the past and say, fuck you. You were unfair and unjust. I hate my past. My past sucked. There's nothing good to remember. I just want to move the fuck on. That is a runner. That is someone that does not want to look at the blessings that their past brought them, at the good that their experiences has given them. This person doesn't want to look at that. Okay, let's see what's going on with your person's future. The Knight of Pentacles, slowly but surely getting unstuck. Okay, this person is going to move forward and have a new life, have a new offer. Okay, I do think this person is going to be the one, because this is the masculine. And this person is attracted, I said it earlier, to the color black. This person is super attracted to the color black. I think that's like their favorite color to wear. They may even have a black car or a truck or something like that. I don't know. But Saturn rules the color black. And again, this person really has some strong Libra traits. Saturn is exalted in Libra, and in ancient days used to rule Libra. I don't know why they changed it. He should still rule Libra. But anyways, whatever. Things have changed. What I see happening in this person's future is goodness, prosperity, strong foundation, a maturity. I see this person going in the right direction. I see this person making a strategic move, paying attention to the details. This is about physical and sensual energy. Again, earth sign element. This guy carries the pentacle slowly, but he looks above at the pentacle and his hands are considering the next move. He will plant the pentacle like a seed in the freshly plowed field beside him. Or will he slip it into his pocket and ride into the sunset? This is about plotting and planning for the future. It's introspective. It's slow-moving energy, but it's thoughtful energy. It's moving, and it's creating good results. Guys, the Knights on the deck, they're all great. The Knights are great. Their movement, they're always about communication. They're about delivery. They're about movement in the right direction. But you do have some difficult Knights, you know. The Knight of Cups is a Romeo, and he just wants to sweep people off their feet, and he rushes in based on emotions, which means when he gets involved with somebody, he could rush out based on emotions. So he's kind of wishy-washy, like literally. The Knight of Cups is a beautiful, loving, emotional, happy news, but will it last? And the Knight of Swords, you know, he rushes in very quickly. And he gets straight to the point. But he's always rushing in. And he's not as affectionate as you would like him to be. He's just someone that brings a high IQ or status. He kind of saves you from hardships. So when you get the Knight of Swords, you're like, okay, he's rushing in to resolve some situation, and I'm glad he's here, you know? So he's a helper. But, you know, do you really want that kind of a prickly energy permanently? Which really represents passion, sexual desire, someone that acts on confidence. And that person can be a little flamboyant, a little about themselves. Look at me, look at me. You know, that person wants to be on stage or wants to put his relationship on stage, on a platform for everyone to see. You know, he's kind of a boaster. And, you know, he's Mr. Fabio, he's Mr. Sexy, you know. He's charming, he's Prince Charming, you know. But as charming as he is with you, believe me, other people see him just as charming. And is he trustworthy? That's the question with the Knight of Wands. It feels good to receive him, but it's a weird situation. So when you look at the Knight of Pentacles, I like it because he's not the most good-looking guy in the bunch. He's not the strongest. He's not the tallest. He's not the most well-put-together person out there. He's humble. He's slower than most. He might even be a little bit of an overthinker. But when he makes an offer, he makes it from his heart. And he kind of reminds me of a Mr. Darcy in Pride and Prejudice. And I like that because it's like he has money, but he doesn't brag about it. You know, this is someone that maybe just has a good job and a good savings. This is someone that knows how to make money. This is someone that honors commitment and marriage. You know, instead of riding a black stallion, he should be riding a black bull. You know, because he's steadfast and he's sure. He's a hard worker and he's strong. And he will be committed. Wherever he goes, he'll stay for a long time. So I like that this person, this masculine, may be slow as hell to move forward with anything, but at least he's honest. And this knight is known as the loyal knight. So whenever you get the Knight of Pentacles, it is the loyal knight. He sticks around. So I will say in the future, this masculine that you're dealing with, who is slow as hell to resolving issues with you, is sure to come. And he's sure to give from the heart. And he will be responsible for whatever he needs to be responsible for. And there is a new seed to be planted between you guys. I know Spirit is working on your masculine to receive balance and harmony. 6-6. I know Spirit is trying to get this person to and over a difficult situation. So Spirit's like, give me some time. I will work on this person. Okay? I will create movement. I will get some resolution. We are going to get over the hump. I'm working on this person's heart and their feelings. And give it more time. Sorry, guys. Okay. I'm going to read the journey card. Well, no, I'll just wait till the end. I'll wait till the end. All right. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with the Divine Feminine, okay, which I think is you. It doesn't have to be. Maybe you're the masculine watching me. But what's going on with the Divine Feminine? Queen of Swords in reverse. Cloudy-minded. Divine Feminine does not have all the answers. She's a little confused. She doesn't understand a situation. She's trying to understand a situation. She's working really hard to get her head out of the clouds. I think she's been kind of angry. I do think there's been anger. The Divine Feminine might be blinded by disappointment or anger and just a lack of understanding. So when the Divine Feminine is suffering like that, she is not finding the words. Let's just focus on that, okay? She is not finding the words to express how she feels. Maybe she should write down some information that she wants to share, or some points that are important in a conversation, because it's like sometimes we have all the right words in our head, but then when we go to talk to someone, they come out wrong. How many of you guys have just suffered from miscommunication? Because, you know, when you get in an argument or a fight or just a conversation and you look back and you go, damn, I should have said this, I should have said that. Why did I not mention this? Like, I missed so much information. And you look back and you just wish you would have remembered all those bullet points, but you didn't, because emotions can kind of ruin your communication. So you might be a little bit emotional. You need to organize your thoughts on paper before you even talk to someone. Because if you're not careful, you're going to have a conversation, probably with your DM, and it's not going to come out right. And you're going to miss some important points. Anyways, if you want to be successful in communication, write it down first and then share it. That's the bit of advice. And I think you're working on that. You guys may also be writers, and you might be like in a writer's block. You feel like you have a lot you need to do and say, but you just can't make sense of it at this time. Maybe your head is in the clouds. What is crossing you at this time? Ooh, financial worries. There is some financial concern for sure, for sure. And the Dark Night of the Soul. This is loss. This is abandonment. Ladies and gentlemen who resonate in a Divine Femme, that's pure suffering at its finest element. You know, the Pentacles, they represent the element of earth. Everything you can see, feel, touch, and taste. It includes people, okay? It's about money, and it's about finances and material things. It's a tangible element. So you have to consider the quality of the number 5, which is challenging, and it does require change. This is the darkest night of the soul. As a couple walks through a blinding storm, again the phrase blinding, they are hurt, they're bandaged and hobbled, and they appear to be cold and feeble. They are seemingly oblivious to the warm glow of the church inside. There's a stained glass window holding 5 pentacles in the design. This is about salvation. It's also about the tree of life. There is salvation inside if they would look. They would look to spirit. They would look to their spiritual side. The downside is seen in this card. This is rough patches in a long-term relationship. This is loss, but not the end. There is hope, and there is salvation for those who choose to see it. Oh, so you're in a rough, rocky area with your DM. Like this is a rough patch for sure. You guys are going through a rough patch. And you may resemble the element of air. So this is Libra again, but Gemini and Aquarius, you're welcome. Excuse me, what the hell? Really? So anyways, let's go ahead and see what was going on in your past. In your past, you had a 4 of Pentacles, and that is stability, certainty, confirmation. You had a good upbringing and a good foundation. Your father may have been a Taurus, or your mom may have been a Taurus. Taurus is strong in your family. Maybe you have Taurus children, I don't know. a Taurus lover. But Taurus in your past was strong. And you're a hard worker. You pay for everything you can. You take care of responsibilities. You hold it down. You really hold it down. You hold yourself together well. In your past, you and this person, you felt it was forever. You're like me and my twin, me and my soulmate, we're forever. We're never going to break up. We're never going to break apart. I'm hanging on to this. You were so protective. You didn't want to let go of this relationship. You're very jealous also. Protective and jealous. Okay, so let's see what you're dealing with currently right now. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This is having to go backwards. You have to do catch up. So, yeah. You got to catch up at work. Like something's going on with Pentacles. A lot of you guys may be having some financial hurdles right now. And you're like, oh my God, yes. Yes, there's some real financial worries and concerns. We talked about abundance planning yesterday or the day before in the self-care deck. Abundance planning, guys. Vision board and financial planners. Talk with someone, whatever you have to do, but get on board with that because you guys got to go back and handle some financial affairs, okay? And other than that, besides money and abundance, I really feel like when the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse, you kind of have to do something again. And involved in your relationship, you kind of have to revisit this person again. Like it's not over, kind of judgment energy, Pisces energy. You're like, oh boy, we're going to do this again. We're back. So this might be that you assumed you thought you had control in an uncontrollable world. You might be feeling as though life is falling apart all around you. By the way, the page number of the book is number 22. So, hello, there's another 222 sign. You might have an inability to manage your schedule. Oh, shit. And you need to take time out and realign your point of view. Your life is fucked, ladies and gentlemen. Your life is fucked, feminines. I'm sorry, but it is totally fucked. What's happening in this new journey for you is I got to get my shit together. Point blank, period. Okay? I used to have it together, and I got to get it together again. Like, get back on the horse. All right? What does Spirit want to say to you guys? Oh, 3 of Swords in reverse, though, which is great. And that's about healing and getting over a heartbreak. So you are getting over being heartbroken from your masculine. Thank God, guys. Finally getting over that hump. What does Spirit see in your future? 8 of Wands. Action, movement, offers, communication, and universal assistance. Maybe those angels are going to come in. Sagittarius vibes. You might be dealing with the Sagittarius in your future. So if that's you, if that's someone you love, get ready. This is also the element of 8 weeks. So in your near future, probably in about 2 months, shit is going to be better than it is today. That's for damn sure. Your intentions are being heard from the universe. This is your manifestation. You're going to be doing a lot of mantras, a lot of vision board planning. Like, shit's going to get heard. It's very powerful. It's fast motion. And whatever you're doing now, manifesting, whatever's done can't be undone. This is the send button, and someone hits it. Send. This is putting it out there. No more procrastination. All right, getting shit done. This is strong and effective. So I'll tell you what, you're going to put that message out there and shit's going to get done. No more procrastinating and bullshit. What lies between you guys? We have the 5 of Cups. That's fucking sad. A lot of regrets and sadness. You guys miss each other. This is the David Bowie Starman deck. Remember, we got that oracle. And this is the card between each other. Remember, the bottom of the deck was the Empress. And we pulled a card on the Injustice. And the Injustice is really sad. All right? So I hope you guys can see. There's the all-seeing eye. I hope you guys can see where you guys really went wrong. So I'm trying to find it so I could read it. Here we go. All right. So the Five of Cups between the both of you is I am inconsolable. All right. The Five of Cups is a distraught yet almost indistinguishable figure who crouches by a river, wishing and hoping, desperately, reaching out from this crushed soul, from the torment, as his sadness and his love and his happiness is drifting away down the river, getting swept away. Five of Cups is the 5 stages that must be consumed in order to move on. 3 cups hold red inflammation. 1 stands empty with feelings of emptiness. The last cup holds hope, a return to the heart. For this card to show up, it must have some impact on one who does not have to be dealing with something catastrophic but may feel like it. It points to the fact that we all carry tremendous grief, heartbreak and suffering, and even ancestral grief, family grief, cultural grief, grief of our loss, grief of loss of innocence, grief of lost love, and even grief over hurt from our children. We all live out the 5 stages of grief in numerous ways. A dream job we have worked so hard for falls through. A relationship breaks up. Children leave home. No one passes through life untouched by the grief and loss. Grief is a natural part of our cycle. Tarot offers us an opportunity to see ourselves through different eyes. As with the 4 of Cups, we have the capacity to create a new context or viewpoint. The 5 of Cups takes people down to grief, the loss of loved ones, the failures, the hard times. Sometimes things you have to put your own family through with a relentless pursuit of creative dreams or desires. Sometimes it's the pain you feel because you've made others suffer. The fast-flowing river in the card has more than one meaning. Of course, we can be swept away by a river of tears, but we can also be cleansed by it too. We can put right what we can and let go of our grief. We can let it be taken away to the great ocean. This card points to the arrival of some grief, and if it already has arrived, it represents the question and powerful possibility to want to change things. It asks you to look at your grief that you're holding on to and invites you to let go, letting life and nature take its course. Okay. So that's what's between you guys, a terrible 5 of Cups. The injustice is the sadness between you guys at the separation and the grief that you guys are feeling. With the Empress, it could be about marriage, it could be about children or family. Anyways, that's all part of it. Let's see the other one here. We have all tied up in reverse. I'm digging that. Finally letting go. That's pretty much that message. I'm not tied up anymore. I'm letting go of grief. I'm letting go of a grudge. I'm moving. Oh, I love it. No more grudge. You guys got forgiveness. Fucking forgiveness. And that's been the injustice. It's like you haven't forgiven them, or they haven't forgiven you, or you guys as a soul group have not forgiven your ancestors, or your ancestors haven't forgiven. And it's like all this healing is being done. I'm loving it. And I acknowledge that harboring resentments blocks the flow of love. And the flow of love is what you need to cleanse your grief. So forgiveness is on the menu. And I like that Spirit says for both of you, it's a time of moving on past the pain, healing the grief, letting things go. So you guys are in a good movement forward from what Spirit says. This card reversed is telling you guys that the ties that bind are about to break loose. A previously stuck situation, remember it's in reverse, a previously stuck situation between the both of you is opening up, and the restrictions are clearing out. This card reversed also indicates that you guys are ready to break free from habits and patterns and karmas that kept you guys tied up for so long. Get ready for you guys to free each other and for yourselves. You both have the power, and clarity is here at this point. So untie the ties that bind and the patterns that stopped you guys from being authentic and empowered. Now is the time for you guys to liberate yourselves. Loving it. And by the way, the page number for that was 22, which is weird. And now we're going to do the card number 2, the journey. And remember, it's upright. So movement, relocation, and travel. Pack your bags, soulmates. The journey card foretells an upcoming travel or shift in a different location. It may be as simple as a vacation or a retreat or even a work-related trip. But this card could also signal a move of residence or job location. The upright position could also indicate that plans should go off without a hitch. This is also metaphorical. You guys are leaving one situation behind, moving on to another. That change is happening in the spring location. All of life is a journey. So be clear about your motives. Be mindful, be logical. This card is telling you that you guys have some exciting and inspiring moves ahead. Ooh, I love it. And underneath that, I saw action with the horses. Like you guys are taking action. I'm loving that. By the way, that's Aries energy. Yeah, that's Aries energy, Ashwini. And we're getting into that nakshatra. The horses, the twin horses. Notice the black and the white. That is so cool, yin yang. Under that, we have broken heart in reverse. 3 of swords in reverse. Again, just like that card. So just foretelling that you guys are getting out of a broken-hearted situation. And I'll just read a little bit of that. The broken heart reversed marks a time of renewal and hope. The pain and trauma are getting behind you guys now, and you guys can trust that greater happiness is really close. Whatever has happened to you both and hurt you guys in the past, you're now free to move on. I love it. So forgiveness, moving on, getting out. Spirit, this is so great. I'm so happy with this message. Let's get a message of transformation, because really that's what spring is. We're turning one situation into another. Super transformative and alchemical. What does this transformation look like? Oops. Okay, Spirit, please guide and direct me with this transformation. Please guide and direct me. How is this relationship transforming? Ooh, we have journey again. Bottom of the deck is immigration. So I like that. It's like movement. And this whole day we've got, look, we got 2 journey cards. That is so cool. This is your journey. This is the journey, part of the journey. So weird that it's in reverse, but let's go ahead and just see what that says. Number 1. Okay, so this card says, you guys may have been stuck in an old comfortable rut. The thought of change took too much effort, and you guys were so scared. Maybe the timing was off. Maybe if you were planning on a movement or even a trip, you were just too wise to listen to yourself and your intuition and afraid to take extra steps to make it happen. Sometimes an adventure can stress you out. Your sleep patterns may have been messed up. Money may have been limiting. Fear was the element of this card. So this is water and air cards may have deeper information about the journey you intend. Check your spread or pull another card for guidance. All right. So water or air. Spirit, tell me about the transformation. We're going to pull another card. All right. We got emergence. And the cycles of the moon are ever changing. Bottom of the deck is innocence. And under that is expansion. All right, so let's go ahead and see what this has to do with your journey. So you guys were stuck, basically, and unable to move because fear set you back. That's what's changing. That's what's transforming. You guys are traveling to a new way of understanding and a new way of being. So to clarify your journey card and your transformation, it says you guys are going through a breakthrough to the next level. This is fire. This is the phase of beginning and the number 9. Life is a series of phases with occasional abrupt disruptions. Like a giant staircase, we spend a long time on each step before getting to the next. Our bodies go through periods of growth, fertility, and maturity. Similarly, our spiritual awareness evolves. Anyways, you may feel like a part of you has been in a cocoon, maybe even in hibernation, for what feels like forever between the both of you. You may have felt like you guys have been in a storm of chaos, and you guys as soulmates have felt every difficulty known to man. You may have felt like this storm was without end. Either way, many elements need to be organized inside before they can emerge on the outside. What you have been simultaneously, both of you going through, is fixing your insides before you can realize your manifestation of union on the outside. This has taken you a lot of preparation that was intentionally here to help. But some people can get stuck too long on preparation stages. Patience and endurance can help you stay in tune. You can't force things. You can't rush the process either. You have to just let it unfold naturally. Steady towards the goal. Trust that the veil will part and the universe will reveal the secrets to you. And I think that's mostly just all of it, guys. We can't rush it. And you guys know that. You're like, I know. A lot of us, we've wanted to rush it. We knew we had to do work on the inside. We knew our partner had to do work on the inside. And we had some kind of idea of control, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, that we had some sense of control over the situation. And maybe as soon as we were healing, they were healing as well. Or maybe as soon as we were ready, they should have been ready as well. And that is some information that we had to learn. That's why the Queen of Swords doesn't know it all, especially when she's in reverse. Sometimes we need to focus on ourselves and like the universe, not this situation close at hand. Making judgments, you know, and that may be why justice is in reverse too. A lot of judgments were taken out of hand. A lot of pointing fingers, but none pointing back at us, you know. And it may be vice versa, that you know, the masculines, you're in the same boat. You guys don't want to look back at the past in any good form. The past just sucked for you, and that's not looking at things right. You're not being grateful, and so you had to work on that inside and be humble, and maybe be more humbled. And I think that's why a lot of you guys are going within with the Moon card, searching your feelings, your intuition, and the secrets of the universe. You know, that love is going to come in. Knight of Cups in the upright. You're going to get a love offer. That Knight is coming in. People are going to follow their heart, and their heart is going to guide them and lead them right to where they belong. And I hope they stay there. But these are promising nights of love and commitment. All in all, just give it time. And I know you guys hear that and you hear that and you hear that, but that's just the truth. Who said your clock was the right clock anyways? Who said you knew when things had to be ready? What made you think that you knew when things had to be ready? You know, forgive yourself for thinking those thoughts, and be forgiving of your partner for going through what they're going through. But the good news is both of you guys are going to have forgiveness, and you are merging into a new spring energy, this Ostera energy, and you're on a journey, and you guys are moving into a new area after you guys have been so stuck for so long. And I know it's been cold and stormy, and mostly the feminines feel like they've been in the storm the longest. You guys feel like this has been a long, drawn out, painful storm. I'm sorry you feel that way, but it was all for your better. You know, Spirit does tough love too, and this is not a punishment. A lot of people think, oh, karma, you know what I'm receiving? It's all punishment. It's all punishment. You know, what did I do wrong? Why am I being punished? You're not being punished, but you are being slapped on the ass because you're assuming too much. When you assume, you make an ass out of you and yourself. You know, I don't know how it says. Assume an ass out of you and me. I don't know. I don't know how that makes sense with what I'm saying. But, you know, it's ridiculous. And your person is ridiculous. Because as much as you're stuck on, I don't want to suffer so much, I'm being punished, you're being a victim. Mad at the universe for taking so long, feeling like this is wrong, and you've just been slapped on the ass too much, you know, just stop, right? You know, that's your own stubbornness, and it's foolishness. And they're in the same boat as you. You guys are just strolling along in the same motherfucking boat together. In this stubbornness, in this is the way it is, because this is the way I say it is. You know, both of you are just so stubborn. You guys are two peas in a little pod. And Spirit's like, both of y'all need to, like, loosen up your grip of control. This fella over here, or gal, whatever, you know, they're not grateful for any lesson. They're just pissed. They're not looking back and thinking how nice, how great, oh, I missed that, you know. They're looking back pissed, upset with their experiences, and just moving on, running away, not even wanting to deal with the emotions that came up with them. So we had a runner that wasn't dealing with it. And, you know, the good news is Spirit's like, you know, you're going to take responsibility. I know it's going to be slow for you to get it, but you're going to get it. And you're eventually going to move on from this weird judgmentalness. And you're going to be in a good place. You guys are getting unstuck. The energy of the oracles are like you are getting unstuck. 8 of Wands in the future. Knight of Wands in the future. Journey, forgiveness, getting untied. Emergence. Okay, this is all good news. 5 of Cups. Finally looking back and saying, I need to heal this. I need to let it go downriver. I have to move on from my assumptions and my ideas and my thoughts of how this journey was and what it needed to be. You know, just to share something with you guys, we move on our journeys like we do. There are times for seasons that you're going to be on your journey and you're going to be learning and growing, and you're going to have some goal in your mind. And that's going to work to get you out of a spot for maybe a year, maybe 3 years, maybe 5, whatever, you know. But that particular energy is going to transport you. but then you're going to change again. And then your mind and your feelings and your desires and your thoughts, that's going to change too. And that's okay. You don't have to be the same person throughout your journey forever and always. You're going to change. And so what may have worked for you 5 years ago is not going to work for you now. And now your ideas about your journey, which is either soulmate or twin flame or whatever, is changing. And your ideas about the timing of union, your ideas about union in general, your ideas about soulmates and twin flames in general, your ideas about tarot, your ideas about crystals, your ideas about everything you've learned, that's going to change. You may take along some golden nuggets from that walk. You may take along some very important things that you've learned along the way, but you're not going to take everything. You are going to change. And that's kind of hard to let go of. But don't be like weirded out that you've changed. And don't be weirded out that your whole idea about this journey changed. Don't worry if your destination that you had as a goal changed. It's not because you failed or it was unsuccessful. It's that it worked for you for a time to get you where you needed to be spiritually. And now you're on another mission. You're doing something else. And this is only going to work for a certain amount of time also before it changes again. Maybe it's 5 years down the road. You don't know. Maybe it's 6 months. You don't know. It's divine timing. Yeah, so don't be a Queen of Swords in reverse. Stuck on ideas and thoughts that are old and old-fashioned and old-minded and outdated. And, you're over here suffering like, oh, this is the darkest night of the soul. There's no hope. This card says there is hope. If you only look at the hope in the situation, don't ever get hopeless. Anyways, what does Spirit want you to focus on? We're going to get 2 last cards. So, Spirit, what do you want the collective group to focus on? Ooh, the seed begin. I love it. This is so Ostera. This is so spring. This is so that energy. I'm just, love it. And that's that pentacle that Knight of Pentacles is carrying. Spirit's like, listen, Linda, listen. Okay, let me talk. Listen, Linda, listen, Linda, listen. At Grandma's house, there's no rules. We can do whatever we want. Okay? We get to do whatever we want. And then the mom's like, what do you mean? He's like, huh? What do you mean? What's your problem? I just told you the rules. It's that funny video, guys. The listen, Linda video. Anyways, you'll find it on TikTok. But anyways, this is the seed, and it's like anything goes at Spirit's house. Anything goes. I can have cookies if I want in the drawer. Cookies are mine. This is your seed. And Spirit's like, focus on it. Wherever your focus goes, your intention is powerful. Set your intentions on your little baby seed. Is it money? Is it success? Is it a new body? Is it all of the above? Is it a transformational spiritual body? Is it what? Is it union? I don't know. But focus on your seed. But I will give you a clue. Spirit doesn't want you to put this seed as someone else. This seed does not have a name of your soulmate. That's not him, or that's not her. Your seed cannot be another person. That is just a rule. It's just only because that's not the law of to want to change themselves. I know, I need to, and I will when I'm done working. I will gurgle, thank you. But this seed is not somebody else. And so if you plant this seed, make sure it's about you and your dreams and what you want for you, because that is what you have control over. You don't have control over this other person. And no matter how much you want to call in union, right now Spirit says that's not the focus. The focus is you. I want you guys to do a seed planting ritual for Ostera. That's your homework. Get a seed. You can get an actual seed and write on it. You can make a seed out of paper and fold it up and write everything you want in that seed and plant it. If you have a garden, perfect. If you have a plant, plant it in the plant. It will grow. Nurture the plant, nurture the garden, nurture the seed. Give it your attention every day. If you don't water your plants, they start to dry up and die. If you don't take care of this manifestation, it's going to dry up and die. So Spirit wants you in this new beginning of your journey to make an intention seed. You guys do it and plant it. Okay, so that was the second to last. We are going to do one more oracle. Spirit, what oracle do you want me to do? Let's do a moonology. No. Sorry, I'm a weirdo. We're going to do a Kali. We always love Kali. The Kali oracle, the last card pulled today. Spirit, guide and direct me in this deck for what is being released. For everyone to know what is dying, what is this death all about. Give me the energy of death. What is dying all around us? What is dying in this soulmate twin flame connection? What's got to go? Well, no, I don't want to know what's got to go. What's leaving? What is leaving us behind? Down here we have Khadga, the Grim Reaper. There's the reaping harvest tool. Yep, getting rid of that shit. Okay, and the other card you got is, ooh, Yuga Shakti. Yuga Shakti. Ooh, she's gonna bite someone's head off. Look at her, she is not playing. She's got her third eye open and everything. She's like, don't play. She's got that blue color, like Krishna, just like, and what? And she has the number 13 of death. She's like, I ain't playing. So we have a Scorpio vibe. If you guys have a prominent Scorpio placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Ascendant, or Venus or Jupiter, okay, or Saturn or the Ketu Rahu placement, boom, there's some transformation going on for you. All right. Thank you, Spirit. So it says, her timing is fierce, with compassionate wisdom. To love her is to honor the greater knowing. She demands the surrender of all your futile attempts to control the universe and that which is beyond your understanding, beyond your sphere, until that pain transforms into the sweet pleasure of release. Even the right thing cannot attain fruition in the wrong time. Trust her and be shown again and again that her divinely orchestrated workings of time serve you faithfully with love and grace. During this time, globally, the light of spiritual knowledge is submitted now within the darkness of ignorance and confusion. Even those with the awareness to have positive intentions can become confused and place profit above integrity, attack brothers and sisters on the path, or lay claim to knowledge on a false foundation. Even when your intentions are noble, in effect, your actions can create further suffering, such as conflict and confusion, are signs of negative forces that have gained an upper hand in your life. Kali Ma's darkness and ferocity is required for redress and spiritual imbalance. You are in particular need of her most terrifying manifestations. When we become confused to that what belongs to the highest sacred truth and what does not belong to us. Do not allow yourself to be convinced by another of anything. Lean into your heart connection to the divine. Inner clarity and higher understanding will come inside you. You will see how close the chapter on the past, you will see how to close the chapter on the past and move into a new one. Wow. So she's from the Hindu tradition of she that emerges. Her poked out tongue represents her wild mystery and her wild teaching. It insists on tough love. It assists us in taking the right things in and expressing ourselves like we choose, being honest to ourselves. Our mother tongue means the language of our birth. I like it because we're talking about ancestors. And damn, the mother tongue. So what is your mother tongue? Unless you're a major mutt, like some people, but what is the language of your ancestors? It may be good to practice that. Also, what is the language of your cosmic mother tongue? She is the original spiritual language of your heart and soul. Hers is the language of spirit and of light and of truth. When Kali unfurls her tongue with ferocious expression, it may hurt, but it is actually spiritual deliverance, delivering you from lies and falsities, delivering you of your confusion. We call that tough love, tough teaching. And the action that precedes her bringing about the end of a diabolical situation of greed, fear, confusion, hatred, and self-righteousness and negativity. The tongue of Kali is a reminder that no matter what you may see unfolding, there is always a pathway back to the good. And if you've been struggling to let go of a negative legacy, perhaps one that extends back through generations with the ancestors, or has infiltrated a group that you belong to, this oracle signifies a radical divine intervention that will be taking place. So call upon her for assistance and know that the era of darkness is going to end unexpectedly and suddenly. A new spiritual dawn shall arise, and an entirely new era is due to unfold. So keep close to Ma. She shall ensure it is to bring the best at the best time. All right, guys. Well, that was a really good ending in Oracle. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching me. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I promise I will sound much better and I will not be congested and annoying you with this cough and voice if you subscribe. It's just I'm a little sick right now. I'm not always like this. No, I'm not a smoker. It's not a smoker's cough or a smoker's voice or anything like that. It's just a sickness. I want you guys to stay tuned and hit the bell icon so you guys know when I'm coming live again and you don't miss it. Thank you so much for your support on this channel. If you have anything you want to say to me, go ahead and put it in the comments below the video. Super welcome to do that. And if you want to send any love my way, you can go to Cash App. My tag is money symbol, let that shit go 1111. And if you guys want to participate in any subscriptions or anything else I have to offer, please go to www.jks1111.com. For everybody that was expecting videos from me this week, can you give me a little bit more time? Because I'm sick, I'm going to take a little time off of the personals. So I'm sorry about those delays. Just give me a little bit more time. I'd appreciate it. Thank you so much. And remember that this is a life that's full of drama, lessons. You guys know the drill. But more than anything, it's an ocean of love and experience. And you discover those things through all types of ways, pain and pleasure. And remember, as you're swimming in this ocean, and full of sharks at times, this too shall pass. Just keep swimming. Nothing's going to hurt you. You're going to get through this just like you did the last situation, and you're going to be fine. So I love you so much, and I'll see you later. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, markers. Thank you, Sadisman. Oh, thanks, guys. Thank you, Ted. Oh. Let's see what Ted says. Ever since you helped me out the other day to not give up, I'm feeling much better. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, anything that I can do to help you guys. I'm so glad. I love you all. I hope these readings help you. I will go rest. I hope you guys rest too. Have a good one.